Yeah. Sure, that's on YouTube. Okay. Okay. All right. Give y'all a minute. All right. Get started in about 2 minutes. Maybe about 2 minutes. And then we will get started. All right, we'll start in 1 more minute. 1 more minute. And we will get started. We are talking about love today. Hello, Will. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you for popping in. We are talking about love and what you don't see coming. And then at the end, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to do what you don't see coming for everyone watching, in just in general, what you don't see coming. Well, you're my only subscriber on right now. Well, actually, there's 7 of you on, 11. But you can only see my subscribers. Ashe, ashe. I'm going to start with Aries and work my way around the wheel. Happy birthday to any Aries celebrating birthdays this weekend. Happy birthday or this week. Turn up safely. Hello. Hello to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for liking. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. I'm going to get started. We have, okay. What's my favorite color is purple. Purple and pink. Kind of, I like colors in general, but purple and pink, that's my go-to. What's yours? Look, we got something in common already. We got something in common already. I hope you're subscribed since we see you have such a common. So today we have Venus. I wrote it down so I won't forget. We have Venus trining Jupiter, which is a very harmonious move, I'm going to say. It's a very harmonious move. W- Um, I'm not Venus. We have Mercury. Did I say Venus or Mercury? Whatever. We got Mercury trining Jupiter today. And that it it's like our mind becomes a channel for clarity, but the type of clarity that brings about significant changes, can even change the course of our future. And then we have Venus square Pluto, which is more a tense movement, planetary movement, and that brings in more raw, honesty in your relationships. That would be your relationships in everything. Um, your relationships with money, your relationships, your romantic relationships, um, your relationships with friends, family, your relationship with yourself, all of that. It brings in raw honesty with that as well, the energy for that. Um, so we have a harmonious trine for the weekend and a tense square, which squares are tense. Trines are more harmonious. So let's see, what that energy is doing for us in love, because Venus is also in Taurus. So that is the more raw or potent, I should say, energy that we have going on right now. Let me just you know what? As long as you stay quiet, I'll leave you there. Okay. So we'll start off with Aries. We'll see what you don't see coming. We'll go from Aries to Pisces. And then at the end, for everyone watching, I'll do a general what we don't see coming. All right. So Aries, what you don't see, you know what? I don't even know why I got a tarot on my hand. I'm moving fast. What is Aries' first message and what they don't see coming when it comes to love? Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing if you're new here. Welcome to the family. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Aries. Y'all got two. We got Peacekeeper. A harmonious resolution is possible. And we have Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. So to me, that's giving communication is coming to those of you that have an existing relationship. Like there's some communication that's needed. And I feel like it's coming. I feel like that's the energy you're exchanging for this harmonious resolution. Um, I feel like there is a reciprocation needed on both sides. And it could just be communication. But let's go further. Let's go further. Um, I feel like those of you who are not in a relationship, for my single Aries, I feel like you may not have had, like your last connection was, it didn't end that well, or it wasn't a pleasant experience. And you may have been staying away from relationships thus far. And I feel like, you're being encouraged to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like go, make yourself available for that energy. Like don't hide from it. Don't, I feel like you might be stepping into some sort of new connection, and I feel like it's going to start off with y'all talking, doing a lot of talking, getting to know each other before you actually, you know, start going out and all that stuff, type of stuff. But let's go further. Aries, what does an Aries see coming when it comes to love? We have Father. Okay, so some of y'all could be finding out you're going to become a father. Some of y'all could be meeting some. Oh my God, you have 9 months on the bottom. Okay, so some of y'all could be finding out you're going to be a father, and um, Okay, well, I'll let you know when we get to Sagittarius. Um, and some of y'all, I feel like if it's a new connection, you can be getting into connection with someone where that you're going to have a child with, or someone that already has children, or you already have children. Let's go further. Aries, what don't they see coming when it comes to love? We have temporary situation, and horse, short journey. Okay. So some of y'all could be meeting somebody that you're going to have a short term connection with. And some of y'all who are already in a connection, I feel like this, if you've been experiencing some sort of conflict, like that's your temporary situation. With this home card here, that's giving me that, you've been dealing with some sort of friction in your connection, but like I said, there's a harmonious resolution possible. Like that, like it's a temporary situation. Don't make permanent decisions based off of something temporary. Let's go deeper. Aries, what you gonna see coming when it comes to love? We have nurture. Okay, so I don't know. I feel like some of you who are stepping into a new connection, it's like a it's like a nurturing one, even if it is short term, which I don't know what what that is. But it may also be, I feel like, oh, I don't know if I feel what I'm hearing is some of you who are meeting somebody new, they may live at a distance from you, or you may have just met somebody that lives at a distance from you. And that is short term. It's not going to be like that, forever. So don't judge a relationship based on that. Um, I feel like for the most of you, these oracle messages are talking to people who are already in a relationship, and there's some sort of compassion or nurturing coming to a situation, that may have been some friction or conflict within your connection. Let's get to the tarot. Aries. What they don't see coming when it comes to love? What they don't see coming? I feel like I'm supposed to take those too. What they don't see coming? Thank you. Okay. God bless you too. Thank you. We have the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. So there's a new connection here. Um, I was gonna say if you're looking for that, but I guess if you're on a love reading, you're either looking for it or you're looking for what's going on in your current one. So there is a new connection here. And with the Ace of Pentacles specifically, it's giving me a long-term connection. It's not even giving me something short-term. So I don't know what that short journey message was, but this is giving me something long-term, but slow, like it's, slow rolling, not something fast and something fast that ends just as fast as it started. It feels like something that is going to is build a firm foundation slowly. Um, some of you could like be meeting someone on a vacation or traveling or out of town or something like that, or you're meeting someone who lives at a distance. Those of you who are in a current connection, the this is a conflict resolution spread for you. This is things getting better. The burden not being so heavy on just you, like that's ending in some sort of way. Whether, I guess some of you could be ending your connection, but that's not what I mean, I shouldn't say that's not what I'm feeling, because what I'm feeling is a resolution. So, and a harmonious one. A harmonious one could be a separation, or it could be, coming to a harmonious resolution where you stay together. So whatever a harmonious resolution looks like for you, that's what I'm feeling for the Aries in here that are in relationships. Um, I feel like you've been very worried or very trying to figure out how, or what you're going to do about this. But let's go deeper. Eight of Swords. Tell me more about the Eight of Swords for Aries. We got the Seven of Pentacles. What is the one to come out? The Magician. We have the Seven of Pentacles. So some of you are possibly thinking about separating, or yeah, separating from your relationship, going out on your own with the Magician here. I'll just leave it. Uh, Even going back and forth in your head trying to figure that out if you want to do that or not. And some of you, that may be your harmonious resolution, like I said earlier. Ace of Pentacles. And it's like there is for those of you who are concerned about walking away from a relationship and maybe not having the financial backing for yourself, it looks like there is some sort of new financial path being revealed to you, that's coming for you, coming to you, being offered. There's like a new offer with this Ace of Pentacles. There's a new financial offer for those of you worried about, whether you'll have that financial sustainability if you walk away from this connection. Um, those of you who have, I feel like some of you, the single ones, I feel like you've been either worried about whether you wanted to get involved with with someone else, or you may have been offered an interest. Someone may have been expressed interest in you recently, and you've been kind of going back and forth in your head of whether you wanted to do that or not. This looks like a safe connection. This, it's so interesting because whether this is something new, something existing that you're trying to leave, or something existing that you want to stay, it feels so harmonious. It feels so flowish, like no, not, no friction, no war, pettiness, all that type of stuff. Like I don't feel any of that. It feels so nice, you know. So it's like no matter which direction it is you're trying to go, it's going to turn out well for you. It's going to ease the burdens that you feel right now. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. Even if this is a new connection, it's not going to be like an experience that you have had before. It is not. You aren't going to have everything. It's not going to be all on you. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles. Well, damn. I ain't need. I mean, did I need that much? Eight of Pentacles, Justice, Seven of Swords. Like this is going to be something that if so if this is new, this is going to be something that both of you are going to, put equal work into. You're going to both be putting hard work into. This is going to be a new experience. This is a new cycle of when it comes to how you experience love. It's going to be new for you. Um if this is or if you're already in a connection and you're trying to exit the building, your exit is going to be successful. Like you're going to have, I don't know, I feel like some of you are just worried about whether you're going to be able to financially sustain yourself when you leave. And you are. Like you're going to put in the work. Like it's not like you're just going to sit around and it's going to be handed to you. You are going to put in the work, but it is like like karmic justice as well. Like if you're getting a divorce, your legal ruling will be in your favor. You will receive the alimony or the child support, whatever payment you're supposed to receive, something like that. If you're trying to exit, like you're going to get what you deserve. What is due, what is owed to you is what will be returned. Um, if you're just trying to exit a situation and you want Hey. Sup, queen? That sounds like you from up north. If you want, um, just like a new path, you're trying to find, a way out of a relationship where the other person may have been the financial breadwinner or something like that, you are also going to be fine. Like everybody, whatever it is your situation is, with love, you'll be fine. If you have a new offer in front of you for, someone that is interested in you, allow yourself to indulge in it. Allow yourself to get to know them. This is a new cycle. This is a new experience for you. If this is if if you receive the next offer you receive, or if you already have one in front of you, it's a different experience. Don't judge it like any relationship you've dealt with before. And like I said, if you're exiting, you'll be fine. You ain't got nothing to worry about if you're in an existing relationship and trying to exit. And if you have a conflict that you're trying to resolve and stay, that opportunity is also there. You also have an opportunity to do that. There is fresh energy in this relationship if it's reciprocal. You understand? If both people are willing to put in the work, this Eight of Pentacles, there is a resolution for you there as well. Ten of Wands. Why is this here for Aries? Oh my God. Don't bring them all out at the same time, please. Thank you. We have the Two of Swords and the Ace of Wow, you got the Ace of Pentacles again. So, for those of you who are single, y'all need to cut it out. You ain't never gonna be in a relationship if you stay in the Two of Swords trying to figure out if you want to be in a relationship. Give it a chance. Like I tell my kids, every opportunity you get doesn't have to be the one. Sometimes the experience is more important. You know what I mean? Sometimes just getting out there and getting comfortable and getting giving the energy a, a direction to take, telling the universe, this is what I want. You can't do that by just like turning down everybody that comes your way. So, those of you who are single, let yourself allow yourself to indulge in this new opportunity. Those of you who are in a relationship, um, I feel like some of you, your partner may offer, like if you're dealing with conflict, your partner may offer a Ace of Pentacles, and some of y'all may be hesitant to take it. Some of y'all may be hesitant to take this, you know, fresh start in your relationship. You might be tired of it. You may have reached the end of your rope. And some of you are already just ready to walk away, and you just, are kind of nervous, financially speaking, or just the fact that you may have been in this relationship for a long time and, you know, it's something new. But I don't feel like you should be afraid to walk away, especially if it's financially speaking. I feel like you are going to be presented with something that is going to ease your mind when it comes to that. It's going to ease your mind. It could be a new job, or a raise or a promotion or something. It could be support from someone. It'll come in different ways for everyone, but you're going to be you're going to be fine either way. Okay, Aries. So this is what I have for you. That was a lot. I honestly wasn't expecting all that, but it was beautiful. So that's what I have for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing if you're new. Welcome to the family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're moving on to Taurus now. We just completed Aries, and we are moving on to Taurus. Oh, as soon as I shuffle up these cards. And look, y'all have Two of Cups on the bottom, Aries. All right, let's move on to Taurus. Move on to Taurus. So we have, I don't know if any y'all missed it earlier, but Oh, I need to make sure I'm not missing any comments. You're very welcome. 333 buddies. You're very welcome. Okay. I'll move on to Taurus now. If you would like a live personal reading, the information for that is pinned in the chat, and I will answer all personal questions after I complete all 12 signs and the everyone is watching. Once I complete the reading, I'll answer the personal questions. If you would like a private reading, the information for that is in the description box. If you tap the title of the live, you'll get to the description box. Okay. I didn't realize I've been looking at that the whole time. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on to Taurians. Okay. Taurus. What you don't see coming when it comes to love. Thank you for liking as you enter in. Thank you for liking and welcome on in. Taurus. What ain't? That was fast. Arrow, surround yourself with protective energy. So I feel like something is getting ready to move very fast when it comes to your love life, Taurus. I feel like you are protected when it comes to it. I don't know. Some of you may have been nervous to what your next choice would have been. I don't know. I don't know. That's funny. What doesn't Taurus see coming when it comes to love? Oh my gosh. And then you got safety. Okay, Taurus. It is safe to move forward when it comes to love. Okay? It's okay. I feel like you may have had like a very um strong connection in your last relationship and it didn't work. And you may be a little hesitant to make another choice. For those of you that are single, I'm not feeling anything for relationships as yet, but let's keep going. What is in Taurus see coming when it comes to love? We have let it go. Okay. So some of you may need to let go of a connection. Some of you, ooh, we got old love returns on the bottom. So if the old love returns or you're holding on to hope of an old love returning, you need to let that go. Okay? Let that go. Some of you need to let go of the fear of entering into a connection. What is in Taurus see coming when it comes to love? We have throne, position of authority, and we have bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. So I really feel like a lot of you have come out of a relationship that just affected you deeply. Like it affected you deeply and probably it may have taught you a lot of lessons. Some of you, it could have been a twin flame connection that you have finally walked away from. Some of you could just be somebody that you had a cycle with, a continuous cycle of back and forth, and you let it go or something. They could be coming back to try to rekindle something, and you need to let that go. A lot of you, I feel like it might be the hope though that you need to let go of. But in a what you don't see coming reading, that's giving me some of the, somebody may have somebody trying to return. I feel like a lot of you are getting ready to meet someone, and these are like warnings. so that you don't get thrown off track for what's actually coming new. I feel like someone is coming in that wants to put you in a position of authority in their life as their main person. Now, some of you may have somebody old that's trying to come back, and it may appear, they may say that's what they're trying to do now, this time, finally. Um, and I think that's what you're being clearly told to let go. Like, don't even, you are successfully overcoming this um connection that did not make it. And don't allow their return to distract you from that, because I feel like there is a connection coming in where somebody is like very much ready to put you in a position of authority in their life. Let's go deeper. Taurus. It seems like I'm mainly talking to singles here. Um, Now, the only message I am receiving for people who are in a relationship is that you're you are already feeling like your current relationship is not it. And I think you're looking for permission to let it go, to walk away. Um, you may be holding on to hope of that person changing, or, all of a sudden wanting to put you in a position of authority. And I feel like you need to let that go. I feel like they've proven who they are. They've shown you who they are, and you need to accept that. Okay, let's go further. Taurus, what you don't see coming when it comes to love? What doesn't Taurus see coming? Gabriel, thank you. We got the Nine of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Lovers. Well, that's very plain. Um, okay. Well, for you, Taurus, this is more about deciding to finally release either the hope or the person. Um, I feel like a lot of you, if you're in a current relationship, you might be in a relationship with someone who the relationship is already over, and you might just be holding on to it for dear life, for comfort. You're a fixed sign, so, and you're very loyal. So it's not very easy for you to walk away from something, but I think it's time to decide to do that. And I think you're going to do that. I think it's what you don't see coming. You don't see Some of you don't see this person that you've already walked away from trying to come back. Some of you don't see this person that you've already decided to leave, trying to fight for it. All of a sudden now they're saying all the right things. Um, and you don't see that you'll be better off independent with the Nine of Pentacles here. Some of you do see it, and you've already left and they're trying to come back. So it's different for all of you. The new people, I mean, not the new people, the single people, I feel like you are, I feel like a lot of you are already single, whether you have physically acquired, that, or, like whether you decided within that you're single, or you've already physically walked away from it. I just feel like somebody that you've emotionally checked out of is trying to come back in. But the ones that are single and have already walked away, I feel like there is someone new coming in that wants to put you in a position of authority. But I feel like you have to completely close the door to the old. So there may be some hope left in you that you don't even realize, or something like that. Let's clarify. Nine of Pentacles. What is here? We got the Page of Wands. Give me one more with that. Thank you. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah, that's what I thought. So for those of you who are single, this is a new person coming in. This is a new person that wants to come in and offer you a cup of emotion. Those of you who are in a relationship, let me rewind for a second. This is also for some of you, if there is a lingering old person, if that resonates with you, then this is them trying to come back in and um tell you how they feel. But it's the Page of Wands, so I feel like they're trying to, it's not something stable what they want to offer. They're gonna come in and talk emotionally and maybe say the right things, but it's not something stable. For those of you who are single and have an old person who may try to come back. Um, those of you who are in a relationship but have emotionally checked out, same scenario. This person is trying to come back in and offer you, you know, safety, security. I feel like they're trying to offer you the thing that you've been wanting. I feel like for a lot of you, they haven't been committed. Like they haven't wanted to commit. And now that you're ready to go, they might come back and say, okay, let's do it, type of thing. The devil. Tell me why the devil is here. Uh-uh. Really? I don't even know which one came out first. Ten of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Strength. See, I feel like when, some of y'all may tend to be indecisive about it with this person, with the old person. Some of y'all may just be trying to get free from them and you feel trapped. Like they could be the breadwinner or something. Or you have a family, you have kids with them or something like that. You feel trapped in some sort of way. And I feel like you're getting ready to find a way out. You may have family come in and support you and help you. And I also feel like you're finally going to stand up. Some of y'all can have Leo in your chart. I feel like you're finally going to stand up and speak up for yourself in some sort of way. Take charge. I feel like that's what this Lovers is. Like you finally make a decision for those of you who are indecisive about leaving. And those of you who are just trying to figure out how, I feel like there's some sort of solution coming, getting you out of this Eight of Swords, out of this, you got the Fool on the bottom, out of this devil energy. Tell me about this Lovers, please. Why is this? Look, yep, Ace of Pentacles. So there's a new, okay, so those of you trying to get out, there's some sort of new opportunity, a new offer, a new way for you to transition out of this. Those of you who are single, um, there is a new person, but there's also an old person. For some of you, there's also an old person. Some of you, this is just a new person, but some of you, there's like an old person that's still trying to come back and offer whatever it is they have not been giving you all this time. Commitment for a lot of you. It's commitment with the Ace of Pentacles. Um, some of you who have none of this going on, there's just like there's somebody new coming in who is coming in to offer a uh a new relationship that will build slowly and firmly. Like I said, they will put you in a position of authority. And it won't be like a quick, fast, wham bam thing. It will be, they'll take your time to get to know you. You get to know each other and build and create a firm foundation for the connection. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Taurus. Thank you for being here and thank you for liking. It resonated with you. Um, Thank you for subscribing. If you're new here, welcome to the family. If you have any questions you would like me to answer on live, the information for that is pinned in the chat. If you would like, if you have any personal, if you would like a personal reading, the link for that is in the description box. If you tap the title, you can get to the description. Okay. We are going to move on to Gemini. We just completed Aries and Taurus. Let's move on to Gemini. We're going to take it all the way around to Pisces, and then we will do a general, what you don't see coming for everyone watching. Okay. And then I'll answer any live personal questions if there are any. All right. Gemini. Gemini. What I got going on? I feel like love been in y'all readings anyway. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, and rising and your Venus. Being that this is a love reading, particularly, you want to watch your Venus signs as well. Okay. Well, gonna ask me out anytime. So, yeah. Any live personal questions? You know what? I can't even see if you do. Yeah. Okay. Gemini, what you don't see coming when it comes to love? What you don't see coming? What is their first message? What they don't see coming when it comes to love? What they don't see coming. Let's talk about it. Okay. We got Druid. Hold the space. Okay. Let's go a little deeper before I say something. Hold the space. Okay. That's giving me have patience with something. Or like literally hold the space for someone. Like somebody, you're in a relationship with, some of you could be going through something in their personal life that you may not be aware of that is affecting your all relationship. And your mind might be spiraling as to what's going on. But it's not about you. Hold the space. What Gemini I don't see coming? Gemini. Okay. Well, that's a confirmation. And you're on the right path for whatever decisions you're making right now when it comes to your relationship. But for yourself, I also feel like some of you single Geminis may be attracting a fellow Gemini. It may be Gemini moon, for some of you. Tell me more on Gemini, what they don't see coming when it comes. Thank you. We have intuition. Okay. So I got the message that you were on the right path when it comes to decisions you're making when something in your relationship or your love life. And then you got intuition. So whatever it is you've been thinking, you're on point. What does a Gemini not see coming? I feel like you might be like you might have a conversation with somebody or something happens that confirms that what you were thinking was correct. We have star, guaranteed success. Yep, that's what that's giving me. Some of y'all might be dealing with an Aquarius. And we have door, opportunities are waiting for you. Okay, so single Geminis, You could be meeting somebody soon. Some of y'all could be like you, the single ones, you could be meeting someone that's like going to be a very, like a divine counterpart, like a very deep connection for you. And I feel like you may be feeling them already, or you may be feeling like you're getting ready to meet somebody. And that's how your intuition is going to be um confirmed. Let's get to the tarot, right? Well, I feel like I'm missing something. Nope, that's it. Gemini. What they don't see coming when it comes to love. Ooh. Ooh. Mm-mm. That's way too many. Let me get one, please. One. Some of y'all could be meeting a Taurus or dealing with a Taurus whose birthday is on May 7th. Um, some of y'all could be seeing 777. You have the Chariot, the King of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Okay. So I feel like most of y'all that I'm talking to, Gemini, is single. There are some of you that are in a relationship, and I feel like it's not conflict really. It may even be a lack of communication or just something has changed. Um, and you probably have a high level of awareness or your intuition is telling you that something is off, but I don't think it's anything serious. I don't even think it's about you. I think it's something else. And I think they're getting ready to communicate that to you. Most of you or most of the messages what I'm hearing is for single people, and like you're getting ready, you can if you're traveling or you go out of town or something like that, you could be meeting somebody that way on like a road trip. Um, yeah, you can be moving. Like if you're moving, you're gonna meet somebody in the new place that you move to, and they could be a Taurus. They could be like very successful person, um, financially speaking, or just they're in a position of authority with in their job, or they own their own business or something like that. And they are wanting a firm, I mean, like a solid foundation, like a real relationship, something long term. They're going to want to build something with you. Some of y'all, this could be somebody from your past or somebody you already know, somebody from your childhood. Um, but I strongly feel like it's more somebody that speaks to your inner child, or somebody that you're just gonna have a very deep connection with. Let's go further. Chariot. Why is this here for Gemini? Why is the Chariot here? We got the Knight of Cups. Yeah. There's some sort of love offer or proposal there's somebody new coming in for those of you who are single. You're meeting somebody new that it's going to be a good connection. This is somebody you could feel safe with. So some of you may have just been patient. You've been patiently waiting for the right person. You're not necessarily lonely or anything. You've just been holding space, like your first card said. But some of you, this is happening very soon. This is happening very soon for you. But the Chariot is a very good card to get in a love reading, and then coupled with the Knight of Cups. You know, some of you can meet them on a train. I don't know where I got that, but some of y'all can meet them on a train. I don't know. Um, but there's a love proposal coming in. It's a beautiful one. It's like a reward, almost like a breakthrough, like a relief from your previous experiences when it comes to relationships. It's like a upgrade to what you've experienced before. The King of Pentacles. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Like this is like marriage material type connection. Tell me about the king. Thank you. Eight of Wands. This person is coming in hot. They are coming in hot. If you're already in a connection with someone, they could be coming into, like with like a marriage proposal or something. Um, like they want to talk. They want to talk stability. You know, moving further, moving in together, getting married, or having a family. Like they want to move things further along. If you're already in a connection, tell me about the Six of Cups. If you're, single. Wow, the Six of Cups got the Six of Cups. I mean, that's cute, but what does that mean though? Like other than this could be somebody from your past. Some of y'all that can want children. Like I just said, they could be wanting to talk about having children. And if you're single, this is the person who you're meeting. This is the type of energy they're on. Yeah, if you're older, they don't mind you having kids, like blending a family or, something like that. Grandkids. Wow, y'all got the Page of Cups on the bottom. So there's some sort of love offer coming in if you're single. Definitely. And this is like a, this is going to be a successful connection. This is somebody where y'all will even be kid-like with each other or, childlike. They're just going to speak to your soul. And if you're in a current one, if you are nervous about the connection you're in, you have no reason to be. Like this person is definitely coming in to offer you, to tell you how they feel, and to offer some sort of level up to your connection. Wherever it is now, they want to go higher, deeper, more long term. Like, and they're coming in to express that with the Eight of Wands and the Knight of Cups. And if you're single, somebody coming in to express something very soon. Very soon. This is nice. I like it a lot. I like it, Gemini. If that resonated with you, thank you for liking, subscribing if you're new here. If you would like a personal reading, the link to my website where you can book your reading is in the description box. And if you would like a live personal reading, the information for that is pinned in the chat. 1 second. I'll be right back. And we will move on to Cancer. Okay. All right. That's a very nice reading, Gemini. Very nice reading. We're going to move on to Cancer now. All right. I'm going to shuffle these up real quick. All right, we are going to move on to Cancer. We just finished Gemini. We started with Aries. And we're going around the wheel from there. All right. What you don't see coming when it comes to love. I very rarely do love readings. I don't know. I don't really do a long thing. I'd be more worried about my money. I mean, not worried, but So it's like I'm more prone to do money readings or like like general, and just see what comes up. All right. Cancer. What don't you see coming when it comes to love? What's your first message? What does the Cancer see coming when it comes to love? Okay. We'll cut the deck. We will cut the deck. We have Broken Arrow. Embrace the energy of peace. Okay. So you have peace coming to your love life, whatever that means for you. Let's go further. What can Cancer? Nope. What does Cancer not see coming when it comes to love? What they don't see coming. We have Grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. Oh. And Dolphin. Financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. So, Cancer, I feel like y'all may be either in a relationship or in some sort of situationship. Excuse me. In sort of in some sort of situationship. And I feel like it's improving for the better. I feel like there may be some friction. Maybe you no longer want it to be a situationship, or you don't want to, you want the conflict in your current relationship to end, and you're trying to figure out how, or something like that. I feel like something is being resolved in your love life. Let's go further. Thank you. We got compassion. Okay. Yes, I feel like you're being shown compassion. There's something being resolved for you. Um, I don't know. If you're single, and you want to be in a relationship, then that's what's being resolved. But something is being resolved. Let's go deeper. Tell me about Cancer and what they don't see coming. When it comes to love, we have they love you. Well, that is a wonderful message to get in a love reading, is it not? Am I right? Am I right? They love you, Cancer. Okay. So I feel like some of y'all, you might be talking about somebody from your past. Uh, Some of y'all might be getting over a recent separation. Um, and they do love you, but y'all are separated. Some of you, I feel like there's some sort of conflict in your connection, whether it's major or minor, whether it's a conflict that y'all are going through together, like you're both facing this united together. There's some sort of resolution, um, or peace being brought to the situation, compassion, something like that. Let's go deeper. Cancer, what they don't see coming when it comes to love. What does Cancer not see coming? Um, okay. One more. What does Cancer not see coming when it comes to love? Thank you. We got the Ace of Wands. Okay, so that's good depending on what's next. We got the Ten of Swords. Okay. And the Two of Swords. So, Cancer. Some of you, it's like I said, you have someone from your past that's trying to come back and reconnect. And I feel like you're going to shut that down. Some of you are thinking about going to reconnect with someone. Um, I'm not sure of the outcome yet, but I think you're thinking about going in. Some of you have a new offer that's coming in that you're going to be, you know, going back and forth in your head. You're not sure. Being that a lot of you have, they love you already. This is, a lot of you, this is somebody you know or somebody you're with already. Let me clarify this immediately. Ace of Wands. Tell me about why this Ace of Wands is here. We have the King of Swords and the Strength. So somebody wants to talk. Somebody's coming in to talk. They're coming in. They could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or you could have that in your chart and you want to go talk to somebody. Um, it's like you could be building up the confidence or the what you call it. I mean, like it says, the strength, the inner strength to go in and offer this Ace of Wands to someone. Uh, so tell me about the Ten of Swords then. Three of Cups. Something is ending. I don't know if it's a conflict in your head or a current connection, because there's like a new connection and then there's something ending. So I don't know how that works out for y'all, but there's something difficult ending, and for some of y'all, it could be your indecisiveness. Tell me about the Two of Swords. Some of y'all could be like ending being a flirtatious type of person. Like you no longer want to be jumping from person to person. You want to now be with one person. Like you now want to be monogamous or you want to commit to one person. And you're trying to figure out if that's really what you want to do. We have the Hermit here with the Two of Swords. I feel confused, and I feel like y'all, this is exactly how y'all are. Like I see what's here. I see the energy that's here, but it's like y'all are confused. Or you've been in this confused state. Should I stay, the hermit, or do I really want to be in a committed relationship with this person? Um, I feel like some of y'all are choosing to go and offer this commitment to someone. I don't feel like this is coming into you at all. I feel like this is something you've been contemplating whether you want to do. And I think y'all are kind of worried about what the outcome may be. But I don't know. I feel like the bigger worry is if you really want to be in a commitment or not. I feel like that's what you more been trying to figure out. Do I really want to do this? Um, like I said in the beginning, there's some sort of resolution. And whether the resolution is between you and your partner or between you and you, there seems to be an end to it coming. Like there's a decision that's being made one way or another. This is a very interesting, different love reading, Cancer. But I do feel like y'all have had readings recently about being conflicted about going in to speak to somebody or not. So this is what I have for you, Cancer. If that resonated with you, thank you for liking, subscribing if you're new here. If you would like a live personal question, the information for that is pinned in the chat. We're going to move on to Leo now. Um, Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for all of that. I appreciate it. It helps support my channel. And I highly, highly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I also am going to say anyone that has booked a reading from me up until today, they have all been sent out. Everybody should have received their reading. I'm very proud of myself. I am up to date. And I want to make sure I got everybody's reading out before I did my live. So everybody's reading is out. If you don't see it, please check your spam. I have had a few people have their reading in their spam folder. So please check your spam folder if you don't see a reading. And obviously, you can always email me if you don't find it there either. I can always resend it, but everybody's reading has been sent. All right. All right. Let's move on to Leo. Leo. Okay. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, and rising and Venus. Being that we're talking about love, definitely watching your Venus signs and I mean, for love, I would say your moon and your Venus, but I feel like your sun, moon, and rising is really important for every topic. I feel like those are the basics. Get like you can get like a general complete picture. Okay. Leo, what you don't see coming when it comes to love? Oh, y'all got two. We got autumn, release the old and rest. Well, I think that speaks for itself. And we have broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. Um, did Cancer just no? Somebody, well, a sign right before y'all just got this. Either Gemini or Cancer. I think it was Gemini. So, uh, some obviously a lot of you, thus, for the first messages, are are or need to release someone when it comes to your love life. Um, I feel like some of y'all may be in the middle of a divorce, and you may be fighting over things or stuff, and you need to release that, let that go, and embrace the energy of peace. Make your peace the more important topic rather than who gets what. I know in my divorce, I was like, you can have all of it. I don't want none in the house. I got the other house. He got one house, I got the other house. You take everything in the house, I get this house, you back. Let's go. Ain't got time for that. My divorce, we had 4 kids and married 8, 9 years, and it took 6 months. That was it. Everybody was like, "Oh my God, it's the shortest divorce ever." Yeah, because I wasn't arguing over all that shit. Give me my half of my the pension and all that. Give me like 50% of my funds, but I don't need all that petty little stuff. Um, nope, we just did this one. Let's go further. Leo, what they don't see coming when it comes to love? Harmony. Oh my God. Y'all got harmony, peace, release the old and rest. I feel like this situation is resolving itself harmoniously in a peaceful manner, whatever that means for you. Um, those of you who are single, I feel like you're meeting. I mean, you're getting ready to enter into a harmonious relationship, something that is reciprocal. I feel like in your last relationship, you may have done most of the work. You were giving more than they were in whatever way, love, energy, money, whatever. Um, and you're entering into a more harmonious connection. And you may also need to release the old memories, the old hurt, the old experiences, not bringing in the old into the new type of energy. Let's go deeper. Leo, what don't they see coming? I can't stand when that happens. Um, Man, I don't know which one to take. This one, and this one. I'm just gonna take those three. I don't know. What is this? Thursday in 9 months? Monday and Thursday might be something maybe popping off for y'all on Monday or Thursday. We have divine orchestration, have faith, and a few days, which actually goes right along with Monday and Thursday. So what's today? When? Friday? Okay, so sometime next week. Um, so you need to have faith that the conflict, those of you who are in a connection or experiencing some sort of conflict in a connection, have some faith that there is a harmonious resolution coming. And apparently it's being divinely orchestrated, which to me is the best resolution possible. It is being divinely orchestrated. Those of you who are getting ready to meet someone new, that's also being divinely orchestrated, which sometimes may look like you haven't gotten attention from anybody. You've been out in nothing. You've been, you've been putting yourself out there in nothing. That can mean that there's a particular connection that you're being protected for. Um, that could be, that's an example of what divine orchestration can look like. If there's a person, you know, like a divine counterpart getting ready to come into your life. Um, let's go deeper. But those of you who are in a connection, if there is some conflict, it's being resolved very peacefully. You have peace and harmony and faith. Release the old and rest. So you're stepping into a fresh start. And that's whether you're single or in a connection. Leo, what don't they see coming when it comes to love? What don't they see coming? Thank you for liking. Thank you for being here, spending your time with me. Subscribing if you're new here. If you like a personal reading, the link to my website is in the description box. You have the Magician, the Four of Pentacles, and the Moon. So some of you have been undecided as to whether, those of you who are in a connection and there's conflict and you're thinking about walking away, you've been undecided about that. Uh, you've been holding on. You could have been holding on to hope that this connection will be resurrected. Or you could have been holding on to hope that somebody, your person was going to finally commit. Um, yeah. Like some of you may need to release the idea of being with a past person or being with your last person. Like there's a harmonious experience for you in love, and releasing the old would benefit you. It would get you a lot closer to that, to this new experience, this new harmonious, peaceful experience in love. Those of you who are single and have done all this, like you are the magician, you're standing in your power, you have all the resources, all the tools that you need to be 100%. And you've like done the work, you've healed yourself, you've done something like that. You are, stepping into a new experience because you are the new experience. You are a different person than the person who has been in a relationship with these before. So now you are stepping into a new experience when it comes to love. And you could be meeting somebody in the next 7 days who has the potential to, lead to a committed relationship, marriage type of relationship, a long term. That's the word I'm looking for, a long term relationship. Those of you who are in a connection, I feel like a lot of you are either in a connection that you know you need to release but aren't or haven't, or you've released someone, or you're waiting for someone to be different, to make a different choice, something like that. Some of you could be like trying to find an exit, which seems to be, interestingly enough, that seems to be a theme collectively thus far. A lot of people are trying to, but I mean that makes sense with the full moon that we just had in Libra, and now Mercury, not Mercury, Venus is trying Saturn. It's like bringing up a lot of raw truth in relationships and within us. So I feel like you're being, those of you who are deciding whether to walk away from your relationship or not, I feel like you're being very bluntly honest with yourself. Um, and it's like you need to go and you're trying to find a way to go peacefully, no conflicts, and also not, you know, be able to also financially sustain yourself for some of you. Um, so let's go deeper. Some of you are just holding on to the hope that things are going to change. And I just don't think they won't. I think they'll change when you release that, when you release the old. The magician, tell me why the magician is here for Leo. Why is the magician here? We have the Seven of Wands. So I feel like some of y'all been fighting against, you know, being single. You've been fighting it. You don't want to do that. You don't want to go back into the single world. You've been fighting it to your detriment, though. Um, some of you who are single, it's like you're too guarded. You need to put your walls down. I don't see how this is what you don't see coming, though. Tell me more about the magician. I feel like this has been a lot of love advice for all the signs. Then we have the Four of Swords. Yeah. This is like release the old and rest. This is like stop fighting against it. Some of y'all, you need to stop fighting against being in a relationship. And some of y'all need to stop fighting, to hold this relationship together. Four of Pentacles. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles. I think some of y'all are going to come to the decision that that's what you're going to do. My God, you got the Nine of Wands. Jesus. Y'all been holding on to this for dear life. You've been in on a long, I mean, y'all could have been in this relationship for a long time. You've been with this person for a long time. You could have kids with them, family. You have a lot of connections, and, you're just trying to make sure that this is what you want to do, to break up your family or, leave this person. Um, Y'all been very attached to each other, and you're a fixed sign as well. So, that's understandable. It's hard for y'all to, you don't like change. Give me one more with the Four of Pentacles. You got the Nine of Pentacles. That's like freedom and independence is what that is. Some of y'all could have been trying to leave for a long time. And now you're finally receiving the resolution on how to do so. Peace in a peaceful manner, in a harmonious way. But it's you're walking away from a long-term relationship, a lot of you. And I understand that not being easy, but I feel like you've realized that it's time. Those of you who are single, I feel like if you were in a long-term relationship before, like your last connection was a long-term one, and you haven't been in a relationship since, and it's just kind of hard for you to get into a new one. But I feel like there is a new one trying to come in, and you need to just allow it. Tell me about the moon. We got the Knight of Cups. So I'm saying, y'all don't, so through all of that reading, the answer is what you don't see coming is a love proposal. Like, that was like a long ass answer for that, don't you think? But, but whatever. There is a love proposal that you don't see coming. So I could see why they built up to that, because it's like there is a love proposal coming, but you need to allow it to come. You need to allow it. You need to release the hope of an old one reconnecting, or release the hurt that the old one caused you, or something like that, and allow yourself to receive this divinely orchestrated connection that seems to be very harmonious and very peaceful. Okay, that's what I have for you, Leo. If that resonated with you, thank you for liking, and thank you for subscribing if you're new here. If you would like a personal reading, the information for that is in the description box if you tap the title. If you would like a live personal reading, the information for that is pinned in the chat. All right, so we are going to move on to Virgo. We are moving on to Virgo. Virgo. We're moving on to Virgo. And what y'all don't see coming when it comes to love. Okay. Thank you for liking. Thank you for the hearts. Subscribing if you're new here. Thank you. Thank you. Remember my stuff with this deck. All right. All right. I'm going to move on to Virgo. And what you don't see coming when it comes to love. Okay. Virgo. What you don't see? What you don't see coming when it comes to love? What you don't see coming when it comes to love? Thank you. We got Guardian Angel, you are not alone. And y'all also got Autumn, release the old and rest. Leo just got that Autumn card. So I guess a lot of people have just recently walked away from a relationship, or are thinking of doing so, or holding on to the hope of an old relationship returning. And are looking for some sort of reconciliation. And I think you're being advised to release that. Um, I'm getting that some of you Virgos may have, yeah, you may be like freshly out of an old relationship, or getting ready to walk out of one. What does Virgo not see coming when it comes to love? We got business, job, career, opportunity. Some of y'all may be getting the job offer that you need in order to walk away from a connection. You may need to be able to financially support yourself outside of this connection. Let's go further. Some of y'all could be meeting somebody new, those of you who are single. We got miracles. All right. So this is heavily giving me people who are trying to leave, or people who have just left. What is Virgo not see coming when it comes to love? Some of y'all could have been having a hard time financially speaking since you have left your connection. We have moon changes in your life. See what I'm saying? And we have bat, take care. Enemies are working against you. So there are miracles coming in to assist you in your love life. A lot of you, I feel like that means walking away, getting out of a connection, getting a divorce, getting out of a long-term connection. Some of you, they could have been the breadwinner, or, just you needed both of your incomes to balance it out. And I feel like you could be getting some sort of help or support or assistance in some sort of way to be able to exit. Um, and then there is like a small number of you where I feel like there's a new connection coming into your life. Um, Virgo, what don't they see coming when it comes to love? What don't they see coming? Two more, please. Two more. One more. One more. Thank you. Okay. So we have ooh, the Three of Wands, the Two of Wands, and the Justice. So some of you who are in a connection, like a healthy connection, y'all could be moving, or like your significant other could be planning on proposing. Um, if you're in a connection that you want to stay in, but I mean not but also, yeah. And if you're single, like you're getting ready to meet somebody who makes plans. You know what I mean? Who comes in and they're ready. They're ready to commit. They're ready to, invest into a committed relationship. This is, I'm largely feeling people who are walking away from a connection, releasing somebody old, getting a divorce, like a legal separation or something like that. Especially with the justice here, I was already feeling that, and now we got the justice as well. It's like the plans that you're making to exit this relationship. You're getting ready to move on. You're getting ready to progress and execute your plans, whatever they are. You're moving from the Two to the Three of Wands. So now you're going to be able to put your plans into action. Whether that is removing yourself from a home, or however your relationship, whether that's walking away from your relationship or you're entering into a new one. um I feel like a lot of you may have healed from those of you who are single, you've healed from a past relationship or past connection, and now it's time for you to enter into a new one. Like it's probably your first connection since that, and it's been a while. um and then there's some of you who seem to still be holding on to an old connection. So I feel a few scenarios here. Obviously, take what resonates and leave the rest. Two of Wands. Why is this here for Virgo? Thank you. We have the King of Swords. So those of you who are meeting somebody new, it could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this is definitely somebody who is a decision maker. Somebody who is ready to execute plans. Like when they say they want to take you on a date, they're gonna have that's all they need to know is that you want to go, and they just, you know, tell you how to dress. It's a fancy place. Do what you do. Everything else is gonna be planned. It's to the detail. Um, and like I said, those of you who are trying to move on, you are going to have the clarity that you need, the information. Excuse me. Some of you, this King of Swords is the judge in your legal case, um, bringing in a ruling in your favor. The the divorce being finalized, something like that. Three of Wands. Tell me about Three of Wands. The Four of Pentacles. So I feel like you haven't, well, give me one more with that. Give me one more with the Three of Wands. Why is that? Tell me, give me a little clearer direction here. Narrow that down. Thank you. Eight of Cups. So I knew this was, a lot of people walking away. Um, I feel like, I mean, I still feel a few scenarios. I feel like some of y'all are hesitating to walk away. Um, I feel like you're refusing to give up on the connection. And what you don't see coming is that it's time for you to walk away. That's what you don't see coming when it comes to love for some of you. Virgo, now, others of you who have come to the understanding that you're ready, like you could be in the middle of a divorce or something like that, you're just, you're with the Four of Pentacles in a court case, it's like you're getting the funds that you need to be able to move on. It's like unexpected funds coming in, not in like a ridiculously large amount, but it could be a small lump sum, like a smaller, but a tarot, a smaller lump sum, you're like, 10 grand or something like that, 15, I don't know, 20, maybe not 20. This is a smaller amount. It could also, the Four of Pentacles could also be like a raise. So something that will, gradually increase your funds, um, helping you walk away, helping you execute your plans, put your plans into play now. Whatever it is, some of y'all could have been quietly planning your exit, and you've been saving the money that you need to leave, and now you're going to be able to leave. I feel like you may get extra financial help to leave. The Justice, tell me about the Justice. Why is the Justice here? Why is the Justice here for Virgo? We have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Yeah, you got the Two of Wands again. I'm telling you, you're going to be able to move forward with whatever you've been wanting to do. You're going to have the financial backing. There is, the Six of Pentacles could even be a gift. Um, you receiving some sort of material gift to help you move forward. Like things are balancing out for you. Justice is turning in your favor. For those of you that have some sort of legal battle, or, you're just trying to exit, or trying to have the finances, to stand on your own so that you can leave, something like that. Those of you who are single and meeting someone new, this is someone who, the relationship is going to be reciprocal. It's so funny because if this is someone new, this is a great reading. This is like a good connection. But for somebody existing, it's the total opposite. It's so interesting. Um, it's either it's time for you to go, or you're about to meet somebody that is like a good karmic, um, good karma coming back to you. Um, this is somebody who is, they're willing to put in the work just as you are. Okay, Virgo. And this take care enemies working against you, obviously for those of you who are walking away from someone, that could be them. So just be careful. Some of you who think you're doing it in secret, they may know and be, working to counteract you. So just be careful. Okay, Virgo? All right. Okay. Well, we are going to move on to Libra. We're going to move on to Libra. We started with Virgo. We did not start with Virgo. We started with Aries. And now we're going to Libra. Okay. Thank you for liking. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being here. I can't see everybody that's here, and it's just always so weird for me. I can see my subscribers, but I can't see the new people. The people that are not subscribed, I can't tell. So thank you for being here, and could please consider subscribing and becoming a part of my family. We're going to move on to Libra as soon as I shuffle up. Put all the cards back. Moving on, moving on. Okay. Libra. Is it coming? Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking Libra. If you would like a live personal question, the information for that is pinned in the chat. And if you would like a private reading, that information is in the description box. What doesn't Libra see coming when it comes to love? What doesn't Libra see coming? Libra, your first message is Spirit Fox, trust your talents in challenging times, in changing times. Trust your talents in changing times. Spirit Fox. Spirit Fox is honestly giving me somebody that is not ready to be in a committed relationship at all. Some of y'all may need to trust that. You may need to trust that you don't, how you feel about not wanting to be in a committed relationship. Let's go deeper. Libra, what you don't see coming when it comes to love. We have 6 months. Okay. Let's go deeper. Libra, what don't they see coming? We have cleansing. Okay. So I feel like a lot of y'all are not in a relationship right now, and you probably won't be for a while, maybe like for another 6 months, or you're going to meet somebody new within this next 6 months. I feel like you may have just released some connection with someone. You may still think about them or miss them or something. And you may have been thinking about spinning the block, but I feel like you're being guided against that. I feel like that's why I felt in the beginning that some of you need to trust that you're not ready to be in a relationship. Like if you genuinely feel that way, you need to trust that. And you need to give yourself some time to heal from your previous relationship or your previous connection. Yeah. Libra, what they don't see coming when it comes to love? Well, I grabbed two. We have victory in some endeavor, V for victory. And rat, someone working against you behind your back. So that doesn't really make any sense. So I'll see, we'll get clarifiers on that. Rat one. But I feel like the victory in some endeavor is you owning the decision you made. Like you could have turned down an offer recently, or like you're just choosing to be in a relationship right now and you're wondering if not be in a relationship right now and you're wondering if that's the right thing. And I feel like it is. I feel like you need to give yourself some time. Libra. Yeah. What does the Libra see coming? Mm, I'll take those two. That's too many. One more? Okay. You got the Six of Cups. Yep. Let me know what I'm talking about. You got the Four of Wands and the Two of Wands. So I'm telling you, I feel like you miss somebody with the Six of Cups. That's like nostalgia. I feel like you miss somebody and you're thinking about spinning the block. I don't think I feel like you're being advised against that, which is so interesting to me. I feel like trust your talents in changing times. I think you need to allow this separation to happen. You need to allow this change to occur, um, because you're going to be victorious. I feel like you're going to eventually, maybe even in the next 6 months, meet someone that is more in alignment with you, um, Libra. But some of you, some of you could have somebody old, like an old connection, spin the block. But I feel like you're being encouraged to trust your original decision. Like I feel like you were victorious in that. And right now you just might be alone. So you might be, missing the person or just feeling lonely. Let me get some clarifiers and go deeper. Six of Cups, why is this here for Libra? Give me one, one, Six of Cups. I said one. Yeah, I got the Four of Swords, the Tower, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. I don't like when I get any more than one at one time. So some of y'all, something could have ended all of a sudden. You weren't expecting it to. Or you could have ended it all of a sudden. And now you're missing them. Some of you, I just feel like you're healing. You're in a healing phase from this separation. Some of you, there's somebody from your past coming in, or you're trying to go in to them, and I still feel like you're being um advised against it. So Four of Wands, why is this here? Tell me why the Four of Wands is here. We got the Six of Pentacles. I'm telling you, I feel like if you wait, if you just, don't act on impulse and let time do its thing. I don't even feel like it's a long time, but I feel like if you let time do its thing, in this next 6 months, you're going to be meeting you're going to be entering into a connection or meeting someone that has the potential of being a more stable connection, something more in alignment with you, something that's more reciprocal. Um, it's more the type of connection you want. Two of Wands. Why is this here for Libra? We have the Knight of Cups. I feel like this is you planning to go in with a love proposal. Now, some of y'all, hold on. Give me one more with the Two of Wands. Give me one more with the Two of Wands. The Hierophant. Yeah. Marriage proposal. Okay, now give me one more with the Six of Cups. Tell me what you're talking about with that. Give me one more. Let me know what you're talking about, but go a little further. The Four of Cups. Okay. So this is so several different things. I feel like some of you, like I said earlier, you may have turned down an opportunity to be with someone um that you seem to have really cared about with the Six of Cups. And you're changing your mind. You're thinking about changing your mind, and you're planning on a love proposal or marriage, even with the Hierophant here. Four of Wands, Hierophant, that's like a commitment, a marriage, a long-term connection. So for some of y'all, this you're thinking about going to the same person from the Six of Cups that ended all of a sudden, this connection that ended all of a sudden, you're thinking of going back into the same person. Some of you, some of you are being advised against that, going back to that person. And some of you aren't. So it's like you're gonna have to use your intuition on that one. But um some of you, it's like if you hold on, there is a new connection ready to enter your life. There's a new stable connection with a firm foundation, something that has the potential of leading to marriage. Um, if you just have some patience, like it's coming, and you just need to continue healing from the your previous separation. Some of you just you want you want to get back with somebody from your past, somebody you used to be with. The Six of Cups. It's like you want to, but you're not sure. You don't know if it's gonna work, or relationships haven't really worked for you in the past. So you're unsure if you want to offer this cup of commitment. And I don't know. I think some of you do and some of you don't. I think some of you end up doing it and some of you don't. And for those of you who might already be in a connection with this person, with someone, you're getting ready to enter, like they want a stable foundation. They're coming into for a marriage proposal, or they're coming to take your relationship to a higher level, maybe even moving in together, something like that with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands and Hierophant, they can want marriage with the Two of Wands, like they're planning on offering, some sort of love proposal to you. So that's what I have for you, Libra. If that resonated with you, thank you for liking and subscribing. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the notification bells. Um, we're gonna move on to Scorpio. We started with Aries. I just finished Libra, and now we're on Scorpio. If you would like a live personal reading, the information for that is pinned in the chat. If you would like a private reading, that information is in the description box. All right. Yeah, move on. Scorpio. I think that there's some very interesting love messages. Very interesting. All right. I hope I'm not missing any. I'm just like I did the last time. Let me get my other phone. All right. Scorpio. I think we're gonna do this deck first. I never do this one first, so let's try it. Scorpio, what you don't see coming when it comes to love? When it comes to love, what does a Scorpio see coming? An Aries, an Emperor. Okay, you had trust your intuition on the bottom, Scorpio. So, trust your intuition. What is divine masculine? What doesn't Scorpio see coming? Let me get this one. When it comes to love, when it comes to love, what does a Scorpio see coming? Please. Thank you. Thank you. We have Stargazer. Set your sights higher. Well, you also got the Emperor. So, well, you got Aries, but it's giving the Emperor energy. So it's like, y'all might be settling right now in love. And some of you, I feel like you have an Emperor, and that's whether it doesn't matter male or female, just somebody in Emperor energy, or it could just be an Aries, like a new connection. Some of y'all, your current connection could be stepping up, in your connection in some sort of way. They could be stepping up. They could be taking, handling things more, being more in control, taking authority, decisive, making plans and sticking to them type thing, getting more serious about the connection. Scorpio, what don't they see coming when it comes to love? We have purse, pay attention to your finances. I don't know what that means. And ant, work, achievement, success. Okay. So, like if you're already in a connection, I feel like your connection is making healthy progression. Um, I feel like it's going to the next natural level. The work that you both have put in, like it's paying off. What doesn't Scorpio see coming when it comes to their love life? Set your sights higher. I feel like you're evolving. Oh, damn. I feel like your relationship is evolving. Or you're single and you get ready to meet someone who is more evolved, more, a better choice than you've had before. Someone that will put in the work. And y'all have balance. So there's balance coming into your love life. You have hope. So whatever it is you've been hoping for or praying for, the results that you've been hoping for and praying for, that's coming in. And we have light. So that's like clarity being shined on a situation, um, communication, something being illuminated for you. And for some of y'all, that's something coming out of the dark, like light being shined on. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel like dark. It feels more like unknown. It feels like clarity. Scorpio, what can they expect in their? I mean, what do they see coming in their love life? What don't they see coming? One more. Thank you. We have the King of Swords. You have the Emperor and the King of Swords. You got the Wheel of Fortune. And then you got the Two of Swords. So I feel like whether you're in a relationship or you're single, you're gonna be offered like a connection or like an upgrade to your connection. Like somebody wants to talk. This is me have a communication. You have the King of Swords here. That's the clarity I was talking about with the light card. Like, um, light being shown on a situation. Um, and I feel like wants to offer you something, and for some reason you're indecisive about it. You're going to be indecisive. You're going to have a choice. You're going to be given a choice. Some of y'all can be meeting two different people, and liking them both. But like those of you who are in an existing relationship, I feel there's like balance being brought in. There's some sort of harmony being brought in. Um, you're going to be seeing things clearer. Some of you could be having money issues within your relationship. And with the Wheel of Fortune here, that's definitely being taken care of. Like there's some sort of opportunity coming in that will ease the financial burdens in your relationship. Um, some of you are meeting someone new who is a take charge type of person, very decisive, very communicative. Um, um, yeah, let's clarify and go a little deeper. If you would like to me to answer any questions on live, the information for that is pinned in the chat. King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here for Scorpio? We have the Page of Swords and the Devil. So this devil doesn't feel, it just feels, I feel like somebody, for those of you who are new, it's like somebody wants to express their attraction to you. It feels like somebody is very physically attracted to you. Here's the conversation right here. I know I felt like somebody wanted to talk, Scorpio. So somebody wants to talk, and that's whether you're single or in a relationship. Like if you're single, it's just, somebody's coming to express themselves, but it's not like they're more an intellectual, logical type of person. They're not, water. They're not like a emotional person. They're not, they're gonna tell you how they feel. They're just gonna be very air about it. They're gonna be very Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. They could also be a Capricorn. Capricorns kind of communicate the same way, um, if at all. This person is coming in to communicate. So if you're in a relationship with someone who could be an air sign, they are definitely coming in to talk. Um, some of y'all could have just met someone and you're like in a talking phase. And I feel like you may graduate from the talking phase to being more physical. Wheel of Fortune. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune for Scorpio. We got the Eight of Cups. I was expecting that. Give me one more with the Wheel of Fortune. We got the King of Swords again. Okay. Some of you could be receiving an offer to move away, like with your significant other. They could be getting a job offer out of state and or something like that. They could be wanting to talk about both of you, about you going with them. And that could be like away from where you always lived or where all your friends are or something like that. Some of y'all, I don't know, like you've recently walked away from a King of Swords. You recently left somebody alone. Or once you find out something, you're going to want to leave. Um, it's like someone you may have a karmic cycle with, someone you may, Have some sort of toxic behavior, toxic cycle with. I didn't see that coming at all. Um, so yeah, some of y'all may be repeating a cycle with someone, and you've been going back and forth as to whether you were going to leave them alone or not. Y'all may be in separation right now, and they're coming back to talk. Well, this has been a repetitive energy also. They want to communicate. But like I said, there's like this, it's like not romantic. Like it's not emotional. It's more like information. Like you're receiving information. Some of y'all may receive information about your partner and it may not be so good. So, hello. You are in India. Hello. If you have like for me to answer any questions on live, the information for that is pinned in the chat. And thank you for liking as you enter in. Thank you so much. And saying hello from India. There's like it's like a non-romantic conversation. Like if this is a new person and you're just meeting someone, this is somebody who is just I'm not gonna say dry. Like they mean what they say. I mean, this is kind of how I communicate. I'm not very emotional. I'm gonna tell you the facts. I love you. Okay? Can't you tell? Like I love you. That's it. The end. And I may tell you, all the reasons why I love you or something like that. But it's definitely not going to be emotional. And this is what I feel. Um, but a lot of you've been going back and forth as to whether you were going to leave this person alone. And that's the cycle you're in. And I guess it's time for them to come back in again and start the cycle all over again. What is the Two of Swords then? Well, I guess that's you going back and forth. What's the Two of Swords? The Nine of Cups. So I think you finally decide to choose you. You're finally going to decide to choose you. And I feel like what's going to surprise you is how effortless it is for you to do so. You've went back and forth in your head all this time, and now finally you're just ready to make a decision. You're very decisive. You choose to walk away. Um, you choose you. You go from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups. And like I said, those of you who might be meeting somebody new, I feel like some of you may have an indecisive about even allowing yourself to meet somebody new and get into something new. But, some of you may be indecisive when you meet this person. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. Thank you for liking if that resonated with you and subscribing if you're new here. Welcome to the family. If you would like a private reading, the link to that is in the description box. If you tap the title, we're going to move on to Sagittarius now. I started with Aries, and we're moving on to Sagittarius. Okay. What kind of boy or family group will I marry, and how will they be financially? Family group? Hmm. Okay. Well, we're moving on to Sagittarius. Moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What don't y'all see coming when it comes to love? See, a lot of my subscribers ain't worrying about love. Because a lot of people are leaving, I've noticed. You come to the decision where you would like to walk away from your connection. If you would like me to answer your question, the information for that is pinned in the chat. And thank you for liking as you entered in. Okay. All right. So Sagittarius, what don't you see coming when it comes to love? Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. So that's actually the second time that card has came out in this reading. And right now that is giving me that you're going to be, like, I feel like that's for like people who are not in a relationship right now. And you're going to be connecting with someone new, like exchanging energy. Sagittarius, what do they see coming when it comes to love? We have Cain, pay attention to your health. And Feather, someone you know is undependable and insincere. Well, what the funk? Anybody have any good love going on? Sagittarius, what don't they see coming when it comes to love? Let's get all these cards out. Is this all over the place? We have embrace change. We have embrace change. Okay. I kind of see where they're going with that. Let me get this card and then I'll say something. Say something. What does Sagittarius not see coming when it comes to their love life? We have move on. So I feel like y'all have just moved on from somebody. Or let me say just, but I feel like you moved on from someone or something, like a situation. Maybe the person was undependable and insincere. Some of y'all could have been stressed out about it. You could have been stressed out about the connection, the previous connection. But I feel like you're going to move on or you have already. I feel like it's time for you to embrace change now. I feel like it's time for you to welcome in the new possibilities. I feel like your oracle messages are giving me your past energy. Some of you, this could be current and you need to move on from this person. You need to move on from this connection. You're holding on to it and holding on to it, maybe even affecting your health or just you stressing. And you need to, accept the fact that they are undependable and insincere. Let's go further. Sagittarius, what don't they see coming when it comes to love? I swear, this is definitely not how I saw this entire reading for all the signs going at all. This is not how I saw it going. This is not the energy that I expected, but it is very much full moon in Libra. It is very much full moon in Libra. So we have the Page of Wands. We have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. Hold on. Oh my God. And then we have the Ten of Swords and the King of Pentacles. Okay. So some of y'all need to. So some of y'all do need to release the relationship. I honestly feel like this King of Pentacles is in reverse. I feel like this is the unreliable, undependable, unreliable, insincere, whatever. I feel like that's him with the King of Pentacles. Her, him, whatever. Uh, I feel like they're really a page trying to dress up as a king. And I feel like you have either come to the conclusion recently or you're getting ready to come to the conclusion that it's time to cut your losses with this connection. Some of you have done this and you are stepping into something new with the Page of Wands. So if you've already done this, you're going from the Hermit to the Page of Wands. Like you're meeting something new, someone coming to reignite your passions, someone that's going to be, very attracted to you, you attracted to them. The sex would be great. They could be younger than you. There could be an age difference, let me say, for those of you that's meeting someone new. A lot of you, I feel like you need to come to terms with the fact that it's time for you to move on. Time for you to move on from an existing connection. The Hermit, why is this here for Sagittarius? Thank you. Nine of Pentacles. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. If you've been single for a while, it's time for you to move on from being single. Like if you've been single, like if you left a while ago and you've healed, you've done that. You've been in isolation, you've been in the hermit mode for a while. It's time to move on from that. Um, and not, some of y'all could have been stuck there, but I just feel like it's naturally time to move on, and you're going to be, experiencing a more committed, committed type of relationship with someone who may be financially well off. Ten of Pentacles. I mean, Ten of Swords. Tell me about the Ten of Swords. Tell me about the Ten of. The Ten of Swords got the Temperance, the Four of Wands, and the King of Wands. Like, it's like y'all messages are kind of repeating. Something is ending or has ended. Some of you are moving out of a home. You're ending a marriage. You're ending a committed relationship with someone. And you're, choosing to go it alone. And you're coming to the conclusion that it's time for this now. It's divine timing. It's the perfect time. Things are lining up for you to be able to do that successfully. Some of you, you've done that. And now it's divine time for you to step into a connection with someone who could be a Aries, Sagittarius, or a fellow Sagittarius, or a Leo. They're a fellow fire sign, basically. And you could be getting into a committed relationship with them. Meeting somebody new that leads to that because you chose to end this old thing. So take it as it resonates for you. King of Pentacles. Tell me about King of Pentacles is here for Sagittarius. Thank you. We got the Ten of Wands. I'm telling you. Some of y'all are ending a connection. You're finally coming to a conclusion. Like that's just repetitive. And those of you who have done all of this, you're getting into a relationship or a connection now that is not as burdensome. It's less burdensome. Like you're not going to be carrying everything alone in this connection. This is going to be somebody that's more reciprocal, somebody that wants to handle their business, someone that has the money to handle their business. They could be either a boss or own their own business. But they didn't come to play. They want a long-term connection, and this is going to be a different experience than the one than your last relationship. And then there's those of you that are in one and, you're coming to the realization that this is over and it's time to walk away from it. It has been burdensome. You've been carrying the relationship on your back by yourself. And now it's time to go. I feel like this, for those of you who it's time to go, you're going to get some sort of idea, something that excites you because it's helping you leave. Some of you, this new spark is the fact that you need to leave. And I feel like that relieves you. I feel like once you accept that, you will feel relieved immediately. Page of Wands. Tell me about the Page of Wands for Sagittarius. Seven of Wands. So, yes, I feel like you're instilling some healthy boundaries now, putting your foot down. Those of you who need to leave, like you're not tolerating anymore. You're putting your foot down and you're exiting the building. Judgment. I was looking for one more. One more. Yeah. Some of you, you're gonna get a phone call that is going to help you leave or help you come to this conclusion or something like that. It's gonna be a conversation. Um, and those of you who are meeting this new person, like you're gonna be, y'all gonna be doing a lot of talking on the phone or something. I guess it's gonna be getting to know each other and building slowly but surely. All right, Sagittarius, this is what I have for you and what you don't see coming in your love life. If that resonated with you, please like. Thank you. And subscribe if you are not a part of my family as yet. And we are going to move on to Capricorn. We started with Aries and we're moving on to Capricorn now. If you would like a live reading, the information for that is pinned in the chat. If you would like a private reading, the information for that is in the description box if you tap the title. All right. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, coming in and saying hello. All right. Capricorn. So we have Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And then I will do a general what you don't see coming for everybody watching. So just like what we don't see coming, generally speaking. Okay. Capricorn. What don't you see coming when it comes to love? Capricorn. Oh, I was just about to cut it. I was about to cut it. You have animal guardian. Trust your instincts. Okay. So trust your instincts, Capricorn, when it comes to your love life. Some of y'all can have somebody old trying to come back. And you need to trust your instincts on that person. What Capricorn don't see coming? Oh my God. Reconciliation. And the other card that pulled up was old love returns. Like I literally just said that. Like some of y'all can have somebody. That don't mean you got to go with the reconciliation. They're just giving you a heads up. Y'all do have new path on the bottom. Some of y'all, you may not need to go with this new person. I'm gonna put this old love returns up because that's basically a reconciliation. So we don't need both. Um, Capricorn, what they don't see coming. Scales, keep your life in balance. And nest, an emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. I feel like those may be reminders to you as to why the relationship didn't work in the first place. Like, remember how important having balance and a loving family is. I don't know what that means to you, but trust your intuition. Capricorn, what they don't see coming, confidence. I feel like a lot of y'all gonna confidently tell that person to kick rocks, is what I feel. But yeah, take it as it resonates. I feel whatever it is, I feel like you're gonna be responding in confidence. That may surprise you. You know, this could be a I love you, but we can't do this anymore type of situation. That could have been what this was. And you can possibly have a soft spot for this person, even still have love for them. So the fact that you confidently communicate that you're still done may surprise you. I don't feel like this is a reconciliation that a lot of y'all are going to take or accept. Capricorn, what they don't expect, why are you asking that? What you don't see coming when it comes to love. Sunday we'll talk about what you expect, what you can expect for the next 7 days. We have the Star and the Four of Pentacles. So somebody trying to come back in who doesn't want to let this go. They're still holding on to you. They're still holding on to hope. They're holding on very stubbornly. And they're coming in. Not sore. This is like very plainly. Um, I don't even feel people who are in a connection here. I want to say you're the only sign where I don't feel anybody's in a connection that this reading is for. I feel like this reading is for people who are single, moving on from someone, and someone's coming back in to try to disrupt that. I'm not saying they're being vindictive and trying to disrupt your life, but I feel like it may be an emotional disruption for you. Um, and like keep your life in balance. This person could be a Libra. I did have in the Libra reading, it was talking about somebody thinking about coming back and they were being advised against that. That is so interesting. So they could be a Libra Capricorn. You might want to cross watch that because they're definitely being advised not to come back. Some of them. I mean, some of y'all, this person, I'm not even gonna say that. Let me clarify the star before I even say that. Tell me what a star. Why is the star here? We have the high priestess. Oh wow, and we have the star. The high priestess and the star. The star clarified itself. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, or you could have that in your chart. Um, Something is being revealed with this high priestess, but then I also feel like it's trust your intuition. Tell me more about the star. You gotta tell me more. You gotta tell me more. The star is like renewal. So I mean, to me, the star is like the actions that the person is going to take. This is like the reconciliation, saying the reconciliation is coming in. And it's like use your intuition. You don't see this coming with the high priestess. But tell me more. Like possibly advice if you want to throw that in there. But tell me more. You got the death card. Okay, so this is just like that must have been like a very deep connection for you. but maybe a very spiritually deep connection, a divine counterpart type of connection. This is four major arcana. But what? Okay, so on the side, tell me what's the advice for the star? Because you're saying that's a reconciliation, but you ain't really saying that. Like I understand that somebody's coming in for a rebirth. They want to restart. Some of y'all, this could be a healthy connection, a healthy reconciliation. That's what I was gonna say before I started clarifying, and I was like, let me clarify the star before I say that. So, some of y'all, this may be an opportunity for a healthy restart. I'm definitely gonna try to find out before we close this reading. Tell me about the Four of Pentacles, because they ain't giving me no advice yet. So let's keep going. Four of Pentacles. What's this? The Magician. All right. That could be advice there. Hold on. Tell me one more. Four of Pentacles. Give me one more, please. And the Queen of Cups. Okay. So the Queen of Cups changed it a little bit. This is somebody that is not giving up on y'all connection. They're not giving up on you. This could be a healthy reconciliation. I'm not going to lie. I was feeling like maybe it wasn't for some of you, and it may not be for some of you, but I do feel where some of you it could be. I do feel that you may have confidence in that, and that may throw you off. Um, but this person is coming in as a magician, so they may have they may have been immature before, and they seem to be coming in mature. They're coming in to offer you a cup of emotion. They're like going to communicate their emotions to you. Um, Seems like they want to talk very soon. They are very determined to not give up on this connection. Knight of Swords. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Why is this here? This is a very determined person. Wow. We have the Sun. Okay. So this person is coming in to offer healing. The Sun. Freedom. Happiness. Happy family. Everything. What is the advice for Capricorn? Tell me what the advice is for this reconciliation. What's the advice? Let's get to it. Like, it is someone coming in to offer a reconciliation, and they seem to be very serious, very sincere. They're not giving up. They're very determined. We have the Six of Cups, the Empress, Six of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. So just trust your intuition. I can see why they started off with that. Trust your instincts. There is a possibility for this to be a healthy connection. With the Six of Cups here, that's like, a reconciliation. This could be a childhood friend or someone you've been with before, someone from your past, someone who misses you. They seem to, I feel like they're showing up as the Emperor. I feel like whatever the issues were in this connection does have the potential to move past it. You have the potential to move to calmer waters with this connection. I can also see how it's saying moving on from it. But I don't know, your tarot cards seem to really be pointing towards this being a healthy reconciliation. It really is. I do have to say what's here. And it seems like this is healthy, but it's this is just like your biggest advice, to trust your intuition, Capricorn, when it comes to this person coming in um to reconcile with you. They're coming in. I feel like keep your life in balance, and a loving family being important to you is something that you're being reminded that that's what you wanted, and maybe they couldn't provide that at the time, and now they're ready. Now they can provide it for you, Cap. So take it as it resonates, but there's a reconciliation um coming in for you, Capricorn, and it seems to be a healthy one. They seem to be sincere. There's no indication that they're not. So Thank you for liking if that resonated with you. Subscribing if you're new here. Welcome, welcome. If it resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you would like a live personal reading. The information for that is pinned in the chat if you would like a live person, if you would like me to answer any questions right now. If you would like a private reading, the information, the link for that is in the description box. Private reading you can book on my website. The live question, the information is pinned in the chat. And we're going to move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, Pisces, and then everybody watching. Thank you for liking as you enter in. I appreciate it. Okay. I'm going to move on to Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius, we are moving on to you. What you don't see coming when it comes to your love life. You don't see coming. Okay. All right. All right. Aquarius, what don't you see coming when it comes to love? What don't you see coming? What's the first message? What is an Aquarius? That's too many. One, please. Just one message. What does an Aquarius see coming? All right. They gave me two. We got Hermit, retreat and recharge. Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. All right. So I'm talking to a single Aquariuses, mainly. Those of you who are in a connection that have some sort of conflict going on or minor argument or something like that, I would just leave it alone for now. Like everybody go in their corners, and then come back to it after everyone has calmed down. Aquarius, what don't they see coming when it comes to love? We have boat, money, or property through an inheritance, winning, or windfall. Okay, some of y'all might be getting a gift from your significant other. And we have wheel, indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Okay, so some of you are indecisive about something. Some of y'all could be indecisive about getting back into the dating world. Let's go further. Aquarius, what don't they see coming? What don't they see coming? Trust your intuition. Okay? Similar to, I want to say Scorpio and Sagittarius. Anyone? Aquarius, what don't they see coming when it comes to their love life? We have light. Okay? So something is being exposed, or I don't know. I feel like some of you who are in a connection, there's some sort of minor conflict, or Yeah, some sort of minor conflict that, will be resolved in everybody calming down, um, and dealing with it accordingly. Some of you are finding out something when it comes to your connection. It doesn't feel like something bad. It just feels like clarity with something, or finally seeing somebody for what it is, who they are, what it is, something like that. Um, I don't know. Yeah. Or, because y'all have indecisiveness and you have light. So I feel like if you're single and you just got like you somebody, you've been talking to somebody, or you're indecisive about even allowing yourself to talk to somebody, or you've been talking to somebody and they want to get into a monogamous relationship, they want to go to the next level. You've been indecisive. I feel like you're going to make up your mind, like, but I feel like you're going to see something in them, or they're going to do something, um, something that solidifies for you that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a chance with this relationship. Um, and then those of you who are in one, like I said, who have some sort of conflict, I just feel like a way forward is going to be presented. Like, I don't know. I feel like it would just take some communication on y'all behalf. But I just think everybody needed to calm down first. Like, this could have been something that happened today or yesterday for y'all. Aquarius, what you don't see coming when it comes to love. Hello. Thank you for being here and liking. One more. Aquarius. Oh no, what you don't see coming. Thank you. We have the Emperor, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Well, Aquarius, I feel like, okay, I got a couple things here. Let's go. Firstly, so, some of y'all, somebody from your past is coming in to offer you a reconciliation or some sort of love proposal. Um, Now here's the fucked up part about some of y'all. Some of y'all, this it's like, I don't know, you're getting some money, or you're getting some sort of money, and somehow the person finds out about it, and that's why they're coming back in. But they're not going to say that, obviously. And that's why you're being advised to use your intuition. That's the light dispelling darkness. I feel like your intuition is going to provide you with the light. Uh some of you, that's it's not necessarily money. It could be, them having money issues. And they feel like maybe if y'all team up as a couple, you can pool your resources together, move in together, or something like that. And they're insincere. Some of you, I don't know what the specific reason is, but this person coming in is not coming in with good intentions, but they're going to say they are. They may say all the right things. They're coming in as a Knight of Cups. They may come in pouring out emotions. They may say the things that you've been wanting to hear. Um, but I feel like your spirit is going to feel like something is off, which is where the indecisiveness is coming from. It's like, man, all of this sounds good, and they brought the right type of flowers, and they're giving you gifts, and it looks right, but something is not going to feel right to you. um is there a situation where this person coming in from your past is a good reconciliation? I don't know. I don't really think so. I feel like them talking about trusting your intuition, I'm not feeling it yet. um Now, There is a scenario where, oh, for those of you Aquarius who are single and don't have anybody from the past coming in, this is somebody new that is coming in as a divine masculine. They are coming in as an emperor, um, wanting to build an empire with you. They can even want to go into business with you eventually. Like, this is the type of person that they are. This is the things that they're looking for. They're looking for a teammate, a divine counterpart, someone they can build an empire, a legacy with. So, those of you Aquarius who have no connection to anyone from the past, this is somebody brand spanking new who's coming in to, offer this type of, like, this is the type of connection that they're looking for. Um, let's get to the clarifiers. Emperor. Why is the Emperor here for Aquarius? We have Justice. Okay. So some of y'all, this could be a karmatic cycle. This is like a karmatic. Those of you who this connection is not somebody that you need to be with, this is like a karmatic cycle that keeps repeating. Some of y'all, this could be a twin flame. That it's time to end this cycle of back and forth, back and forth. Give me one more with the Emperor. I feel like there's another scenario there. Thank you. We got the Three of Cups. So I really feel like for a lot of you, this person is coming in presenting themselves as the Emperor. They may even feel like they are, but that's not really where they're at. I feel like some of them are still uncommittal. Like, they're not committal at all. They still out there playing, or that's eventually what they will end up doing once they get you back. I still feel like there's another story. Emperor, tell me, give me one more. I feel like there's something else because this is, oh, shit. I didn't want all that. But Page of Swords, the Strength, and the Nine of Swords. I'm not taking all that. But I feel like those of you who do not have a connection to somebody new, I feel like this is a like good karma coming to you in the form of a person. You know what I mean? They could be a Libra, they don't have to be, or an Aries. Um, but I feel like this is like someone that you're going to be happy with. You're going to be able to have a good time with, be very playful. You're going to enjoy each other's company. They could be a sweetheart, even with the Knight of Cups here. Like, you know, I also see the scenario where you're not connected to anyone from the past. Knight of Cups. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Why is this here for Aquarius? Thank you. We got the Eight of Cups. I'm sorry, the Eight of Pentacles. So, for those of you who do not have a connection to somebody in the past, this is somebody who wants to put in the work. They are coming with a love proposal and they're putting in the work. Some of them may even put in work for the love proposal. Like, they may, it may be a grand thing, a whole grand stand that they do with this love proposal. The only ones I'm not sure of is those of you that are connected to somebody from the past. I'm not sure, I feel like they're coming in you know, they're presenting themselves as wanting to put in the work with this relationship. They're wanting to commit. They're wanting to be a divine masculine. And they may genuinely want that, but the connection may not be in alignment anymore. But I am going to get advice for y'all because I don't see it. Six of Cups. Tell me why that's here for Aquarius. Tell me why the Six of Cups is here. The Six of Pentacles. Somebody's coming in from y'all past that is offering reciprocation. And they're coming with gifts. They're coming gift in hand. And I feel like they want to give to the relationship before, and I feel like they didn't. They may have not wanted to commit before. they may have not contributed to the connection or the connection staying together before, and I feel like they're offering all that now. Those of you who are not connected to anyone to your from your past, this is a new person that you could have some sort of deep connection with. Like I feel like this could be divine counterpart or just, a deep spiritual connection or just a deep connection with someone new who, is just going to be a better experience than what you've experienced thus far. You're not going to be doing all the work in this relationship. It's going to be very reciprocal. They're going to put in the work, and they're going to put in the work to court you, to date you. Like they're going to put in the work immediately. Um, they're coming through as an emperor. What is the advice for the people who are in who have a past connection coming in for a reconciliation? What is the advice for them? Because I can't tell. All I can tell is they coming. One more. One more. To me, like use your intuition is almost like a warning. Like just use your intuition. You gonna know. What is the advice? Two of Wands and the King of Wands. So the advice is like to make a decision and stick to it. I think that it is very different for everyone. Those of you who have a past connection, I think it's very different, and that's why your guides immediately started off with trust your intuition. You will know. You're going to know whether this reconciliation is good for you or not. But what you need to do is not be feeble about it. You're going to need to stick to your decision. You're going to need to, you know, get out of your comfort zone and stand your ground. Stand your ground. Stand in your power. Some of y'all, this person could be married and they could have been telling you that they're going to leave their wife. And they probably still coming to say that, but they're not. This is like, you're a fixed sign. I feel like I've had this message in all the fixed signs. Um, and it's, you get comfortable. So, you may need to get out of your comfort zone and not go back to this person, break the healthy cycle of going back and forth. But like I said, Aquarius, those of you who are connected to an old person, use your intuition. Those of you who are not, it seems like a great new new beginning for you in a new connection. You want to know what's coming up in your career? Um, Hello. If you would like a live personal reading, the information for that is pinned in the chat as to how to do that. But hello, thank you for being here, entering the live. Thank you for liking, subscribing if you're new here, Aries. I hope that resonated with you. Let me know in the comments. If you would like a private reading, the link to my website is in the description box. And you can book there for a private one. All right, so we're going to move on to Pisces. Moving on to Pisces. I'm going to find out what does Pisces not see coming when it comes to love. Okay. Shuffle this up real quick. What does Pisces not see coming when it comes to love? What does Pisces not see coming? And then after this, I'm going to do a reading for everyone watching. Just a general what we don't see coming. Pisces, You got Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Okay. I feel like you may have a love offer coming in that you may be a little hesitant to take. Let's go deeper. Pisces, what they don't see coming when it comes to love. You have flowers, happiness. All right. Some of y'all may be getting some flowers. And we have success. Well, I feel like y'all are thus far having the best love reading ever, than everybody else. There was a lot of mixtures. What doesn't Pisces see coming when it comes to love? I feel like there is a new path available in love. Like there's something new for you to take advantage of, Pisces. We have a conversation is coming. So somebody wants to talk. Somebody is going to come in and tell you how they feel. I feel like I said in the very beginning that I feel like y'all being offered something that y'all may be hesitant to accept. I don't think it's the person. I think you're just, you know, maybe you've been single for a while and you've been enjoying your singleness. Maybe you just um haven't been in a relationship and since, your last one ended not so good. I don't know. It could be a reconciliation since that seems to be a popular energy and that's why you're hesitating. But let's go deeper. There is someone that wants to talk and express themselves. We have confidence. I think they're coming in very confidently. I feel like another one wants to come out for you, Pisces. Shit. I guess two more wanted to come out. We got rebirth. See, there's reconciliation. And we got transformation. Okay. Well, then, some of y'all, that might be why you're hesitant because it's a reconciliation. Um, and that makes sense. But I feel like this one, I don't know. I feel like you have a chance of it being successful. But either way, you're going to hear about it. They're coming to talk and they're bringing flowers. Pisces, what don't they see coming when it comes to love? What don't they see coming? Okay. Yep. So we got the Five of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and the Five of Cups. Okay. Well, we're definitely going to have to see where this goes. I feel like this is about your conflicts within. Like you're conflicted about something when it comes to your love life, Pisces. You've been on a long road with somebody. And I feel like a lot of you have been disappointed when it comes to love, whether in general or with a specific person. But there's a lot of changes. You have two fives. You could be seeing 555. And then you also have rebirth and transformation. Um, Something has a new beginning. Something is transforming, whether it's you transforming or this situation or your connection. Let's go deeper. Five of Wands, what is this? Two of Pentacles. Okay, so things balancing out. How though? Tell me more about that. Five of Wands for Pisces. Tell me more. Give me one more. You don't want to? Thank you. Six of Pentacles. That's balance. So if you're in an existing connection and there is conflict happening, there is balance coming in. There, there is a reciprocation of love, emotion, energy, support, financial support if money has been the issue in your relationship. Those of you who are single, um, you know, you I don't know. I feel like those of you who are single and don't have a old person coming back, I feel like you might be in a healing phase. You may have been in a healing phase all this time. You might be like a phoenix rising from the ashes, so to speak, when it comes to love. Like you may be, stepping out into a new connection, but you need to allow yourself to do so in order to even experience it. Those of you who are connected to a past person, I just feel like they're coming in with gifts. Like I said, they literally gave you the gift card. They're coming in with gifts. They want to resolve the conflict is what they want to do. They would like to resolve the conflict. Nine of Wands, why is this here? Oh, that's too many. It's like five of cards. Give me one. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Mm-mm. Why is the Nine of Wands here? We have the Four of Cups. So, in this situation with the reconciliation, I feel like you may be stuck in the past. You may be stuck in what hasn't worked. Even though, even those of you who are single, there's a new connection that wants to come, but I feel like you're not allowing it. And I don't necessarily feel like there's a specific person who's coming for you, but it could be. Take it as resonates for you. But either way, I feel like the love in general wants to come your way. Some of you may even be offered a love, a cup of emotion, some sort of connection, someone who is showing interest in you, and you may be too focused on the fact that, relationships hasn't worked out for you thus far. Or the last time you tried this, it didn't work, or something like that. Like you could have an offer, or you could be receiving an offer that you're not recognizing because you're, still mourning the past in one way or another. But this is someone who wants to come in and um, give as much as you give. You know what I mean? You're not going to be doing this one alone. You're not going to be doing this relationship by yourself, Pisces. This is going to be someone who is going to come in and work with you. Now, those of you who are connected to someone from the past, this past person is coming in to offer a cup, and they want to resolve the conflict that caused the separation in the first place. You may still be a little resistant because of how they've disappointed you in the past. Five of Cups. Tell me about the Five of Cups here. You're like, this is the past disappointment right here. And look, the Two of Swords. This is why you're indecisive, because of what you've experienced in the past. Even those of you who are not connected to a past person, you may be reluctant to enter into anything new because of how relationships or love in general has disappointed you in the past. I feel like regardless of what situation you're in, I feel like you are entering into a new experience when it comes to relationships. This is a new phase for you, a new cycle of love where you may have, like a higher sense of confidence or worth, self value. And because your self worth has increased, your experiences are also different now because you're not allowing the same experiences into your world. So, I feel like that no matter what your situation is. Some of you, someone from your past coming in. They're definitely coming in. They want to talk. They want to resolve the conflict, and you need to use your intuition. Well, hell, what cards did I just pull out? Let me take out. I just okay. What's the advice for Pisces for those that have an old person coming back in? What is the advice for them? We got the Page of Swords, the Hermit, and the Sun. Use your intuition. You're being encouraged to have the conversation, though. Like, you're being encouraged to have the conversation and use your intuition while doing so. I feel like some of y'all, it may be a healthy reconciliation. Like, there may be a possibility for you to reconcile if that's what you choose to do. That's what you desire. Either way, there is a new door of love available for you, Pisces, and you just have to allow it in one way or another, whether you're closing the door to something or you're allowing a new door to open. All right, this is what I have for you. Thank you for liking if that resonated with you, and subscribing if you're new here. I'm going to do a reading for everyone watching. What you don't see coming in general, just in your life in general, what you don't see coming. Love, money, whatever. Whatever wants to come out. Okay. I'm going to shuffle up the decks here. Right. If you would like a private reading, the link to my website is in the description box. If you tap on the title, and you can book a reading there. Otherwise, thank you for supporting my channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, hearting, sharing, all the free ways that you can support my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see what we don't see coming as a collective in general. Okay. Okay. Archangel Gabriel, in general, what don't we see coming? What doesn't the collective see coming in their lives in general? Just give me clear, concise messages for everyone. All right. Collectively speaking, what don't we see coming? What don't we see coming? What don't we see coming? Which be the light. Let me go further. What don't we see coming? That's giving me like, you don't see your life elevating. You don't see coming that you already stand in your power, but I feel like it's in your power, like something you've been manifesting or something you've been building with your own two hands. Um, Clarity coming, information, wisdom being shared. Really feels like clarity. What don't they see coming? New car for some. Things turning out in your favor. What you don't see coming. Everyone watching the collective, what don't they see coming? What doesn't the collective see coming? Look, I just said that. Clarity, understanding. Some information coming that is helping us to turn a situation around for you or clear things up for you, help you understand why something happened the way it did or something like that. Things are turning out in your favor. Let's go further. What doesn't the collective see coming? We have ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So some of you are stepping into a committed relationship or a partnership, a business partnership. And we have lobster, financial pinch. So I feel like you're getting out of that, like you're understanding how to get out of it. I feel like, to me, that's where the clarity is coming in. Yeah. I feel like some of you may have been in a financial pinch and things are turning out in your favor. Some of you may needed a vehicle and not have had enough money to get it. Um, and you're finding out something as to how you're going to be able to move forward with it. Maybe you got approved for a loan or something. Something is turning out in your favor. You could be getting help with the car or whatever it is, financially speaking, for you. Let's go further. What don't they see coming? What doesn't the collective see coming in general? What don't they see coming? We got more. Thank you. We got the moon, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. So some of y'all don't see that you're walking away from a connection. You could be breaking up your family because that's the best route for you to take, a divorce or separation. Some of you don't see that you're walking away from the unknown, like not knowing, like confusion. You're walking away from that. Some of you are walking away from, like obstacles. Um, like you're leaving obstacles behind. You're leaving a whole phase or a whole cycle behind. You're leaving all the eight cups. Like you're leaving everything and walking into something new, like a new life, a new level of enjoyment. Some of you are walking into this Ten of Cups. Let's go deeper. The clarifiers, the moon. Uh, thank you for liking as you enter in. Thank you for liking the live or the reading if you're looking at the recorded version. The moon. Clarify the moon for me. Thank you. We have the King of Cups. So some of y'all don't see a new relationship coming in. Like you don't see, you have like a secret admirer, like somebody you're either going to meet somebody who is very expressive when it comes to their emotions, or there is somebody already coming in to express their feelings to you. Tell me more about the moon. Tell me more about the moon for the collective. We have the Hermit. This is a lot of intuition with the moon, the King of Cups, and the Hermit. Some of you don't see that your intuition was right all this time. Like you may have made a decision in the dark, but your intuition was leading you in a particular direction. And, you're going to be shown exactly how your intuition was right. Like you were right to make the choice that you did and exactly why. Eight of Cups. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. I was here for the collective. Well, damn. You got the Queen of Cups. I feel like that's almost like the same thing. Like you made a decision, intuitively speaking. Some of y'all may have walked away from someone who expressed their emotions to you. Um, Give me one more with the Eight of Cups. And we got the Seven of Cups. I feel like you're going to follow your intuition. It's like the clarity that you're receiving when it comes to either a decision you made already or a decision you need to make is getting you out of this confusion. Like it's almost like you're finally following your intuition. You're allowing your intuition to lead. You're following your desires. You're following your gut. And I think you've been doing that all this time, and now you're going to understand why your intuition led you this way, or why this was the best choice for you. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. I feel like you trusted yourself when you really had no reason to. And we got the King of Wands. You're going to be feeling very accomplished. You're going to be feeling in control. You're going to be standing in your power. Some of you may even get the happy family that you've been wanting, um, or the start of it. But I feel like you feel very accomplished. You feel in charge. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with understanding or knowing which way to go or how to go. Give me one more with the Ten of Cups. For the collective, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Swords. Yep. You're just going to be feeling very confident. You have luck on your side. Like, you're going to be just very pleased with how things are turning in your favor. Um, I also feel some of you are going to be very pleased with the fact that you walked away from some sort of karmic cycle that you may have been in with a person, or just a behavior that you continue to repeat, and you finally walked away from that. And the benefits now, the energy that has been freed to flow into your life is going to be like very unbelievable. Like Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups is a high level of fulfillment, like total fulfillment. And that's how you're going to be feeling, like very proud of yourself. Like, oh my God, I'm so glad that I made these decisions. You have good, good. I'm glad I'm talking to you. Um, I feel like give me one more for the moon though. Give me one more for the moon. I feel like I wanted another one with that one. The Two of Cups. So this could be y'all walking away from a soulmate connection, a relationship, somebody you've been with for a while, somebody that took you a while to walk away from permanently. Like I said, you could have been going back and forth with the person. We're together, we're not together, we're together, we're not together. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. And you could have been accepting that. And now you either are getting ready to sever that cycle, to cut that cycle short, or you've already done so. Um, and the full moon in Libra, that's like just it's very appropriate energy. Libra's about balance and truth. And the full moon is about release. So it's like you wanted to get down to the nitty gritty. Like, what is it for real? What are we going to do? Once and for all, what are we going to do? This or that? And I think instead of asking, you just say, no, we're going to do this. I'm leaving. I'm going to do that way. And that is that. You finally made a choice instead of waiting for them to make a choice or something like that. And I feel like you've opened up a whole door of happiness in love and money and everything because of this decision that you've made. You ended a karmic cycle one way or another. And now the energy is free for you to flow into this Ten of Cups. Okay. All right. So this is what I have for the collective. Everyone watching, thank you all who came on with me, in and out, whatever. Thank you. Thank you for all the likes, the hearts, the comments, your presence, the subscriptions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I highly appreciate the support to my channel, and I love coming on these lives. Um, and I'll be live again on Sunday at 2 o'clock. And I will see you then. The If you have a personal question that you'd like to ask, the information is pinned in the chat. I don't just answer questions. Um, there's a process for that. If you want a live question answered, if you would like a private question, or you would like a private reading, the link to that is in my description box, the link to my website. And you can book a personal reading there. Otherwise, I'm going to hop off. So, yeah. So I'm going to hop off now, and I will see you all on Sunday. All right. Enjoy your weekend.